Hey guys, welcome to the breakthrough experience. And if you love what you're about to experience, just a snippet of my work, but just so you can really tap into some of the miraculous modalities that I utilize. So as you watch this, I would also like to invite you into my portal. So I'm going to make that offer here, and I believe it closes on the 15th of May. But that portal gives you a scholarship to be part of my community for your transformation and mastery acquisition for just $97 per month. Now, there's no strings attached, no contracts, no nothing. You stay until you are ready to leave. Hey, everyone, and welcome. And please don't anyone say, stick to your daytime job, Terry. We have to call upon spirit for many of the things here. So I just want to wish you all a very, very warm welcome, and especially those who have been here sitting backstage with us, and we trust that we've already prepared you for the energy that you can expect to receive from this broadcast. So firstly, may I introduce myself, Terry Elizabeth Messenger, born on the 24th of October, yesterday, just joking. And hey guys, just in case you thought that success happened overnight or success was easy as 1, 2, 3, may I say think again, because if it was that easy, then every single one of you would be experiencing success. Who agrees with me? Who agrees that they would like to have more success? So if you do agree, let's hear you in the chat room. I am now opening up the chat room, and we have asked our contestants, the early birds, what do you desire? What is it that you truly, truly desire? And I wonder if anyone has ever felt frustrated from the fact that no matter how much you want it, no matter how committed you are, it just doesn't seem to happen. Well, welcome to the real world, because guys, the only reason it hasn't yet happened is because you haven't allowed yourself to shine through. That's right. You have not yet allowed you to be the one that everybody that's praying for you, your leadership and your talent, because you know deep down inside that you have a gift. You know deep down inside you have a passion. You know that you've got so much to give the world. And yet, you know what? The only thing holding you back is you. It's you. So you know what I'm going to say? I'm going to say, move out of the way of yourself. Hear your name, because you are coming through. Okay? And when you allow yourself to come through, I promise you, everything in that moment is going to change. So with no further ado, Terry Elizabeth Messenger, not born yesterday, but born on the 24th of October, 1965. Yes, I will be 60 years old this year. And I trust that I have enough of my own medicine that I don't quite look that old. So, you know, I have been running these kind of programs forever. And, you know, some of them have been Ageless Mind, Timeless Body, as a clinical hypnotherapist, really for any of you that really know this work, that know the quantum, that know the super conscious mind, you know that you have it in you to literally help anyone. And that is the making of an excellent leader. And that's exactly what I'm talking about. So I am going to begin by sharing my screen, because what I want to do is I want to live and breathe by example. So if you hate this masterclass, can I say, do not even consider working with me? But if somehow you like some of the things that you hear, then I would like to say that you like what you like, because it's already within you. So as I am really going through this, I want to say that the first housekeeping rules are that, number one, there is no replay. This belongs in my membership portal for those people who are not only going to be watching this, whether it's on the replay, for them because they're part of my portal, but they'll get the PowerPoint, they'll have the scripts and any training that they want, because I meet people exactly where they're at. So stay until the very end, because there's going to be a little meditation. And if you were here early or you caught the first couple of minutes, you had a tiny little taste of the vibrational energy that is going to shift you to the next level. I want you to be fully present. So close all your tabs, grab your journal, grab your favorite drink, and I want you to treat this as your moment of time for sacred growth. And I want to set an intention for this mastermind. And what I want to set is that this is your breakthrough. This is going to be where either opportunity knocks and opens wide a door that is going to be open for you. And whether that is to work with me or whether that spurs you on to working with somebody else. May I say to you that the intention is all set for the very best for you, for your life, to magnify your brilliance and to bring out that huge living giant that is trapped within you. So I literally want to awaken that genius. And you know what I'd love you to do as well is, if you share your takeaway from this class, I want to reward you, and I am going to reward you with the workbook that you can have for life and a replay. So I am being very generous. So even though I'm saying it's only for my members portal, you may not get the script and the PowerPoint unless you work with me, of course. However, you will get all the fruit, and you will have the powerful vibrational shift that is going to occur at the end of this broadcast. And all you have to do is literally either give me a testimonial personally, and it just needs to be your truth. That's all I expect. Or put it in our group. If you are in our group, that's even better. So let's support each other. Let's speak in the chat if you have any questions, so I can certainly get them answered. So firstly, let's start by taking in a really deep breath. Can we all take in a deep breath in through your nose? Rise your arms right up as if you're standing on a mountain, and hold it, and breathe out. Now, what if the only thing in your way is the belief you still carry from your past? Now, there's a million trillion beliefs you have. So what I would like to do is I would like to perhaps consider the intention around this masterclass and what you would love to get from it, your breakthrough. If you could have a breakthrough, knowing that I am a hypnotherapist, knowing that I've been dealing with the quantum and the subconscious and the superconscious, I've been working with thousands of people since 2006. Okay, that's in clinic, online, on stage. So the fact that I've been doing this, you can put anything that you feel that you want to get out of this class. Now, 9 times out of 10, people might put what they don't want. Okay? So I want you to be super conscious about that. Now, this time when we take in a deep breath, we're going to ask your guides to surround you, if that's okay. And as your guides, as the creator, whether you believe in God, as I do, I'm going to call in the creator and the guides to completely adorn you with an openness and a clarity that will give you an intention, and anything that may be blocking and stopping you from ultimately being able to see your breakthrough, I'm going to ask you to intentionally breathe that out. So take a deep breath in, full of intention of your most powerful, limitless self in, and anything stopping and blocking you even beyond your own consciousness, release it now by the name of the Creator, the heavens, the earth, and out. I promise you guys, you were not here by accident. You are here because you are supposed to be here. So, you know, whether I'm an acclaimed hypnotherapist, awakening passion and purpose and success, the fact is that my calling in life is to be a spiritual guide. And the reason I say a spiritual guide is because I am going to persuade you to be persuaded, to look inside your own soul for your own spiritual awakening that is going to transform your life and then impart it on those that you impact. Now, if this is what you would like, take a deep breath in. Raise your arms up to the heavens to breathe it in and breathe out. I'm very grateful to say that I was chosen as a power healer in 2022. However, you know, I'm not here to talk about myself. This is not about me. And while I'm on the topic of not about me, I know that it's important for people who've never met me before to understand who I am. However, you know, I want you to trust your soul. I want you to trust that part of yourself deep within to just allow that to speak to you. So I am wanting you to become a person that is going to impact the world in your field, in your way. And as a leader, whether it is as a coach, healer, teacher, leader, community worker, you know, even a musician, if you are influencing people, I want you to know that you belong in my mission of my mind to transform 1 million people by the year 2028. Now, I've been doing this for a very, very, very long time, and I still have not yet transformed 1 million people. I have transformed something like 6,300 and something when we last looked at our stats. However, that is 17 years. So seeing that I have this vision to meet that criteria by 2028, there's only one way I'm going to be able to do that, and that's through you. So whatever your God-given gift is, I want you to know this is not about duplication. This is not about overwhelming programs, expensive, things that you buy into just to find yourself being so short on breath that you're never going to be able to make the next payment. And, just gulping because you think to yourself, if I don't make this work, where is that going to leave me? I can promise you that is not what I am here to do, because that is the number one reason that I am creating this program. I want you to go out there and I want you to become an impactful, influential person in your own right, in your own zone. And I want you to be able to tap into your spiritual essence. And I want you to be able to do this in a way that is going to serve the mission that I have of 1 million people, because I sure cannot do that alone. So I know by imparting this, that is going to help make my mission and vision come true. So are you showing up for others? Are you showing up as your higher self? In NLP, they call this a gap, okay? So when a client or a person or yourself or even me, I might look at where my blocks are. I will note that, okay, my intention is I want to be able to transform 1 million lives. And I want to be able to do that by creating world-class leaders who are spiritually awake, who are ready to love on themselves enough to be able to let go of the vanity of success, views, numbers, and to really be that person that's more focused on what you're going to be delivering to the world and what that's going to feel. Fulfilled, empowered, joyful. What are some of the feelings that you're going to feel when you have arrived in that space, okay? So that's there on your right. But then on the left, there's always something, isn't there? There's that gap, I'm not good enough, or I'm going to get judged, or, the prophet that can never be a prophet in their own hometown, all that kind of jazz. And that's a biblical truth. So I can promise you right now, you're going to have to get out of the way of yourself. You're going to have to make this not a miracle. I have stated that 2025 is going to be the year of miracles. And so I'm going to be certainly teaching miracles, but this is going to become a part of your normality. I want you to feel that the next level of you stepping into your greatness and your success is your new normal. So the Breakthrough Master Key, and I want to deliver a vibrational energy through every PowerPoint here to make this worth it. I want to be able to unlock your success and your legacy. But if you've got, on one hand, you've got your vision, and whether it is crystal clear, or whether you just need someone to ask you the right questions to make it so vibrantly crystal clear, and then discover what is stopping and blocking you. You see, what we do is we discover between the gap. And I want you to all do this exercise. Let's do a snippet of everything to make this a worthwhile breakthrough. So everyone put out your right hand and look into your right hand. And as you do so, I want you to imagine that you are seeing like a movie of yourself and you are activated. You are looking, feeling, being every single master key that I teach. That is, let me help you out here. You have billion-dollar energy and health. Number one, boom. Number two, you have this incredible relationship with the world and the people that you truly, truly are calling in and that are going to truly give your life so much fulfillment and your loved ones. I want you to see that. I want you to see yourself with so much self-love, so much self-worth, so much self-empowerment. And I want you to imagine now that you are rich. Money is of no object. You have more money than you can spend. You are abundant. You are also living through your zone of genius. You have found it. You've discovered it. The door has absolutely flown open and welcomed you with welcome arms. And you are standing in your legacy. Now, if that ain't clear, I can promise you it's going to become clearer and clearer and clearer as you move through this mastermind. Okay, so by the end of it, by the time we do this meditation, that will be crystal clear. Now, guys, I hate to be a party pooper, but on the other hand, show us the other hand. Okay, this is the hand that is actually saying, talk to the hand. Okay, this is the hand that is the big but. But this is happening. But I'm not good enough. But I don't know how. But I'm to this. But I'm to that. But I want you to fill in that blank. What is truly the but on the other side? What is that huge but on the left-hand side? Well, guys, I'd just like you to relax your hands, but please don't touch them together. I'm going to ask you not to bring your hands together at all. Just keep them apart. Throughout this masterclass, we're going to unpattern these patterns. We're going to uncover them, and we're going to find out what's keeping you stuck through the self-doubt. So when you think about what was in the left hand, you know, whether it was around self-doubt, uncertainty, whether it was around the lack of, you know, knowing your purpose, I want you to know that whatever it is, you are not alone. This is a part of your soul calling through the dark night of the soul. And the fact you are here, guess what that means? It means you are called to transmute it. So remember to keep those hands apart. I wonder if I can really just convince you to keep those hands apart, because we do not want them to come together yet. The truth is awareness and knowledge alone that are not enough. The gap is in turning those insights into real, lasting transformation. Without the right system, strategy, and support, change can quite often feel out of reach. But guess what, guys? Even more important than systems, strategies, the support is probably the biggest factor, and your energy. So if I can say energy and support are 80%, and the 20% is the system and the strategy. Remember those hands, keep them apart. Don't let them talk. It's like we've got to separate those two naughty kids in the class. They're not allowed to talk. The people I work with don't just learn, they transform. So what I'm saying there is that when people are in my zone, not only do I meet them where they're at, so whether they are looking for a low ticket, or they are looking for the absolute nth of the blissful nirvana of having it all, they get to choose. They get to keep their hands on the steering wheel. They get to keep their hands firmly on their finances, because I do not believe in overwhelming people with financial debt that you become so fretful of if you're paying for such a high ticket program that you're so scared witless, you just killed the 80% energy that I just spoke about. See, that's the reason I do not believe in it. And that's why I have created something that is like no other I've ever offered, because whether it is transformation, and you're always going to need transformation, because I know I do. I need transformation every single day, you guys, whether it is acquisition. And I'm not talking about learning everything that the next practitioner knows or learning every single modality there is on the planet Earth. I mean a bespoke DNA blueprint of your soul. And that is that whatever it is that your soul requires to be this one on the right. Remember that one on the right? Just remind yourself, look at that one on the right, the empowered one, the legacy, standing in your power, standing in your absolute destiny, loving on yourself, being so filled with self-empowerment and rich relationships and billion-dollar energy. Just remember that is what you've got to keep your eye on the target. And so imagine waking up every day with that clarity, with that confidence, and knowing even when problems arise. Look, the universe has given me more problems in the last 12 months than I think I've ever had in my entire life. But you know, I'm still standing, right, guys? I'm still here. But you know what? In many ways, it has contributed to a massive part of my evolution, of my success, of anything that, you know, and really when you come down to the heart and soul, because I know why I'm on this planet. I know more so than ever why I am on this planet. And when you know why you're on this planet, I promise you, you know, all that small talk, you know, all that, you know, lack of confidence, I can't do that, I can't show up, that's just going to diminish. You know, all that silent desperation that you've had to yourself, all of a sudden, that will just wash away. Because this is about elite crown coaching. Because you deserve to be crowned with what you were born to do, with the system, with the tools. And that doesn't mean overwhelm. It means tapping into your DNA, giving yourself exactly what you need, and then creating a revolutionizing acquisition, leadership, the style, the incredible empowerment that you want. You'll then be able to impart to the world. Now, if that sounds good, can I hear from you guys? If this is sounding like something that you would truly want, remember we're keeping those two hands away from each other. Now, let's talk about the 5 master keys, because this is the framework. Now, if you guys don't like this, if this is like, oh, no, I'm not interested in this, I can tell you right now, you might want to stay to the end anyway, for the fact that you're going to get a very high vibrational, energetic transmission through a meditation, and a hypnotic one at that, with a neuro-linguistic program and quantum jumping, quantum leaping, and all sorts of things. However, the 5 master keys is what I have built my heart and soul of my business around. And I'm going to be encouraging, if you're a coach, I'm going to be encouraging you to do the same thing. If you're a healer, I'm going to be encouraging you to really go deep into that spiritual healing and that acquisition that is just going to transform your people. If you happen to be a leader, you're going to be influential just in the way that you speak, because your words can become your wand. So this is what I would like you guys to be honest with. If I was going to ask you, which one do you really, require the most work on right now? Would it be Master Key number 1, Energy Health $1 billion energy? Master Key 2, recoding relationships. That means healing the wounds that are on the left hand. That's probably on your right, but you know what I'm talking about. Healing the wounds from the past, because it's all of the stories, the imprints, the trauma, the experiences that you've heard, felt, seen in your life that is actually holding you back from reclaiming your truth. And some of it even goes back beyond your own childhood. It goes into ancestral lineage. Master Key 3, prosperity, your wealth, your inner frequency. This is around your self-love, your self-worth, your self-empowerment, your frequency, okay? This is frequency. Remember, the question is, which one is the obvious one? The one that you know you need to change right now. Number 4, uncovering and awakening your inner genius. You see, some people have already evolved, but they're going, well, what is my genius? You know, and when you awaken that genius, let me tell you, your whole world will change. It'll be another next level transformation just in itself. Last but absolutely not least, now you've got to remember, people that I have worked with have started from the very beginning with me. Yes, they have moved through each master key in order, okay? And I know that there are people here that are a little bit more evolved, maybe a little bit more advanced in your journey. Maybe you already have a really, really, really good service. So therefore, it's the thing that's really grinding your spirit the most at the moment. Which one is lacking? Can you please put it into the chat? Okay, I'm not going to mention any names. I'm just going to ask you to do that. Remember, this is vetted. This is a private mastermind for my paid portal. So, you know, it's very, very confidential. So please put it in the chat. Okay, so is it okay if I show you how to step into your true power and transform your life with the right support and strategy? I'm going to ask everyone to give me a general show of hands or put a yes into the chat, because that is really important. So if I have permission, I would love to have that. And I see that we have people here that are looking for billion-dollar health. We have recoding relationships. We have legacy. We have, yeah, the relationship is a really, really big one. And yes, we're going to go big, that's for sure. So we have permission. So remember, I promised that I would bring value to you throughout every step. So this is my promise to you. I would only want you to work with me if I truly knew that your soul was calling you in to be a part of my portal. Now, the reason for that is I do have a very high rate of people staying in my zone, okay? So even through the bad times, they still stick around. Now, there's got to be a good reason for that. You know, people don't stick around for no good reason, and that is my reputation. That is the absolute 100% big thing. So guys, as you have now heard about the 5 master keys, and as you are now getting called to put it down into the chat so that I can understand which one you desire, I want you to bring those beautiful hands out. I want you to bring those hands out, and I want you to look into that right hand again. And as you look into that right hand, what I want you to do is I want you to actually go into that beautiful feeling of empowerment. Go into that wonderful, powerful feeling of being so rich that you've got more money that you can spend. You are living into your zone of genius. Your life is exactly as you want it. You look so empowered. You look so incredible. You feel so vibrant. Now, as you see yourself, notice what you're wearing. Notice how you're standing. How is your posture? Notice where you are. I mean, are you on a mountain? Are you on a beach? Are you in a palace? Are you in a home? Are you in a classroom? Are you on a stage? Maybe somewhere else. I want you to imagine now the shoes on your feet. What shoes are you wearing? I mean, how detailed do we want to go here? Now notice your hair. Now notice your mouth. Are you wearing any lipstick? Maybe if you're a male, you just look very suave. What is it about yourself that you're noticing that is oozing all this power? Well, I've shared some tools with you today. However, if you're feeling like you need a bit more support, let's go to the left hand. Let's go to the left hand just for a moment, because I would like for you to really get clear what is stopping and blocking you. Which master key would benefit you the most? If you have not shared in the chat, please make sure that you do. And I want you to really get into that knowledge and understanding. Whatever is stopping and blocking you right now, you have the right to completely extinguish it. So I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do this at the end, but I want you to start getting really clear about the story you're telling yourself. Perhaps you can even write it down. What are you saying to yourself? How does it make you feel? Where is your energy level on this side? What is it that is the big block, the energy block that is holding you back? I'm not asking you to answer all these questions. I'm just inspiring you to get clear on what is the big issue here that's holding you back from the right hand. So, how much self-love and self-worth do you have? Do you have a lot? Do you have a little? Do you need more? How much do you know about your life purpose, your soul calling? Are you crystal clear? Are you now imparting your legacy to the world? And if not, why not? I want you to just see all those blocks, because what we are about to do is we're going in to a visionary legacy leadership program to birth your signature brand. Now, even if you are not a coach healer, I am absolutely sure that you're a caregiver or a leader of some sort that wants to have influence over at least one person. And when you extract your genius and you can understand how to live your legacy into your magnetic life, your magnetic offer, we can offer that to you. So for legacy leaders who really want to go all out, play big, and call in your dream clients, we're not talking about quantity here. We're not talking about thousands and thousands of people. We're talking about your ideal dream client who's going to want to work with you for a very, very, very long time that is going to be so much more stable, so much more rock solid, so much easier to deal with than you having to deal with hundreds of people. So if you're looking to deal with hundreds of people all at once, this may not be for you. If you are looking to deal with people and really offer them something bespoke and be in an extremely empowered group and community, and then be able to give this miracle spiritual power out, then you're in the right place, because this is about deep healing, frequency raising, trauma clearing. This is the energetic and emotional reset that will unlock your abundance and your magnetism. You see, the interesting fact was that I learned that the true magnetic energy happened when I got real. It's when I unveiled. It's when I just completely drew back the curtain. And I'm not talking about hanging out my laundry for the world to see on the worst day of my life. I'm talking about being able to sit with my soul, to be able to recognize that every single thing that I am going through and I've gone through is for nothing less than a miracle. And that miracle doesn't have to be a major miracle. It can be a minute miracle. I'm seeing miracles every single day, you guys. I see them in the face of my husband every single day. So when you see minuscule miracles and you give thanks for them and you give gratitude, that is when they become massive, profound miracles in your life. This is about you letting go of wanting money or needing power or needing success. This is about you really tuning into your soul and being so much of yourself and being able to disclose to people your suffering, but in a way that has dignity and that has that empathy and that compassion, but the reality. Now, if you're hearing me, please say yes. This is about being in a soul-led relationship and life. So I spoke at the very beginning about the fact that energy and support is everything. And then strategy and systems come after that. And that's exactly why I designed what I have. Now, what I'm going to do is, surprisingly, I am going to do something that I have never, ever done before on a masterclass like this. And that is that I'm going to invite you to become part of my crew, part of my membership. And those who are in my membership don't even know this yet. But what that's going to mean is that the people that are working with me are going to be moving toward a massive vision of bringing in their soul calling and have that platformed, have that launched, so that you have your very own launching method done for you. But here's the thing. Because I am so big on energy and support, there's no point in putting anyone into a position where they have to pay tens of thousands of dollars like I've done. I've paid tens of thousands of dollars. I've paid $100,000 to be where I am. And in my time and energy and efforts, even more than that. So, you know, a lot of it I would say I'm so grateful for. A lot of it also I would say that I feel that I put myself into a high anxiety situation where I became so overwhelmed, scared witless that I wouldn't be able to keep up with the facilitator. and then drowning in a sea full of, you know, information, and then thinking, oh my God, if I don't make my money back on this 25,000 USD program, you know, I'm ditched, you know, that's it. I'm over Red Rover. That's exactly the opposite. And I'm going to tell you, I'm going to give a little prophecy here. And I haven't said this publicly. It will come out soon, but I'm going to tell you guys first. And that is that I have a prophecy already that the coaching space is going to completely turn around very, very soon. What I am witnessing and feeling right now is a bit of a mass exodus. Now, what I mean by a mass exodus is that a lot of masses of the coaches are actually leaving the industry, okay? Now, is this a good thing or is it a bad thing? It's just the way it's supposed to be, okay? However, that means that the real people that are designed, and I'm not saying that the ones that have left or leaving, you know, they have their own calling, but maybe their calling was different. And this is the thing. This is your time to become an authentic leader in whatever space that you are. Your voice matters. Your legacy is needed. The world is waiting for you. You don't have to figure it all out. You don't have to invest in a 30,000 USD program to drown in it and be fretful that if you do not make your money back, you're ditched. You know, like that's where I was. You just simply need to put your hands on the steering wheel and be in control of what you want and what you need. Am I making myself clear? And what I mean by that is, what if this is my younger self. This is my younger self talking. If I had a prayer, oh my God, I didn't know this, because how do you know what you don't know? But if I had a prayer, it would have been that I would have a coach that would be able to transform my energy that constantly is coming up for me, so that I can call on that person and make an appointment, and it's not going to cost me an arm and a leg. That's number one. Number two, I'd like to be able to, you know, develop some inspiration from this person and really kind of get a lot of ideas from them and even get taught and trained, but I don't want to pay an arm and a leg for that either, right? I'd love to be able to ask her or him questions. I'd love to be able to say, hey, listen, I am on the precipice of now launching something and I want some ideas of what I can bring to my audience on day one, say a challenge or something like that. It might be acquisition, or I'm having a lot of problems showing up because I don't feel that, you know, I'm worthy enough. You know, whatever that is, your question can be answered. Now, this is a support where I'm literally in your back pocket. I don't always answer straight away, but at least you know you are getting that you're held in a vortex where you have that support when you do need it. Okay, that's what I would have prayed for. And then, you know, as I'm going along, as I'm sailing along, you know what? I need to set up a mastermind, or I want to set something up so that I can start bringing in some people. I'll ask Terry, okay, but you know, this is what I would have prayed for. I'll ask Terry. Now, this is where we will meet you exactly where you're at. So for some people, they want to dive in, and even when you dive in, let me promise you, what I'm offering you to be completely launched, whole as bowlers, 12 months into my complete portal and having a full launched out program, acquisition, transformation, done for you funnel, you name it, you've got it. That is an absolute fraction, a fraction of what I've ever paid. But you know what? If you just want to be able to just go along and pay as you go, you have that option. So remember the chance, guys. We're just about, speaking of time, we're drawing towards that beautiful frequency shift. This is your time. Keep those hands apart. Let's make your message a movement and your soul's work the masterpiece it is meant to be. Now, guys, I do not want to sit here and go through every single testimonial that I have, because I would be here all night, and that's not why you're here. I have testimonials, I have videos, I have them coming out of every oracle of my body. This lady, Sharon, I will say to you, I met her on a trip to Bali. And this lady actually was a business coach. And she had, yes, intensive face-to-face sessions with me. And she actually hit 100K. And she was nowhere near that. But she hit 100K after she had been with me working through things. And remember, she's a business coach. She was not coming to me about the business. It was the shift in her energy for the transformation. So I know that if you're here, you're a coach, healer, caregiver, or leader. And for that fact, I feel that every person on the planet is here to lead someone. But the fact is that this is about expanding your vision. This is about getting out of the way of yourself and getting unstuck. And look, when you do this, I'll promise you one thing, you'll get stuck again, because that's just how life goes. You'll just find that at every new level, there'll be a new devil. Now, I hate to be the one to break that to you, but I am the absolute living proof of that. But if I can say, the miracles get bigger, the rewards get greater, but you know, it's all about your mindset and your energy frequency in your spirit and your body. And just in case you were wondering, you are spiritually gifted. The fact you are breathing, the fact that you're here, your blood is circulating, your heart is beating, you are a spiritual person, you are a spiritual being, and you are just waiting to be in an untapped market where suddenly you're going to go in there and you're going to think, oh my gosh, I've just knocked on the door of a completely untapped market. That's what you think. That's what you're going to think. Because it's going to happen so suddenly. And it's going to happen when you least expect it. But it's going to happen when you know how to shift your mindset through every challenge and every element that you go through. So everything becomes a meaningful exchange. So what can you expect? Expect clarity, confidence, alignment, and your true purpose. Expect you'll walk away with a clear message, a signature program, a personal brand that resonates with your ideal clients. Now, obviously, there are people that will jump on board and they may want to sit in that portal that I told you I was praying about. That means the portal where you've got me in your corner every day. You're held in my portal. You get 2 powerful classes like this, but we are more in depth, even more so on the energetics, okay? So it'll be very much created around each and every member. That's why I don't go for quantity, I go for quality, because I like to have my members so that everybody that's in that community, everybody that's in that setting has this huge upgrade. And they'll go, oh my gosh, exactly what that person wanted is exactly what I needed. That's the reason I'm into that. So I can stand on a stage and I'm happy to completely transform thousands of people, and I've done that before in my life. But when it comes to my portal, I prefer to keep them intimate. So if you prefer big crowds, this is probably not your place. But if you do like bespoke, if you do like something that is a lot more personalized, you're going to love this. So what I'd like to say to you is, if you think that you can't afford anything right now, I am telling you right now that in 90 days from now, for that person who, let's just say, wants to launch their whole legacy, for that person who simply wants one of the master keys, for that person that wants all of the master keys, in 90 days from now, whether it was legacy, and obviously if it's legacy, yes, it's going to be the high ticket program, but in 90 days, you will have your absolute system, program, and acquisition built out. However, to go into whether that is going to be a good fit for you, I'm going to need to have a private personal call with you, because it's as important for me as it is for you to know if you are going to love me and my team and the way that we're going to create this, because I'm going to confess something to you that you may or may not want to hear. I'm actually quite lazy. I'm actually a person who likes to sleep in. I'm actually a person who likes to listen to my soul. So if I feel like sitting on the couch and watching Netflix, I will do that. I'm a person that loves my family. I love my community. So, obviously, if nothing like that resonated with you, I'm just being totally upfront with you so you know who I am. Because if any of those things resonated with you, the chances are that then you're going to want to build your program around the same sort of principles, okay? So that means you're not in the trenches 24/7, because I have tried that. I have been there. It doesn't work. It never did work. And so I'm not even gonna say, yes, you will have to shift your energy. You will have to become laser focused. Just because I've told you that I'm lazy, I like to watch Netflix and I love looking after my family and creating miracles with my loved ones. Just because I've said that doesn't mean to say that that vision I have in my right hand is not as clear as day, because I promise you it is. But the simple fact is that because I've been able to let go and let live, the action part of it and the manifestation of it is so much more present, profound, and powerful. So here's what I'd like you to do. I would like you to think about the 5 master keys. I would like you to think about everything that you have just heard. And I would like you to think about where and what you'd like to be doing in 5 to 6 months from now. Now, what I'm going to do is, and this is something I have never ever done before, and that is that I usually sponsor about 3 people every quarter to come in and be part of my membership for $97 per month. And that's exactly what I am going to offer. No strings attached. No, I don't believe in contracts either. And why not? Because I don't like them. I've signed up for 35,000 USD contracts and I haven't slept at night. How on earth am I going to magnetically attract you? If I'm scared witless, that's not going to be attractive. So when you actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get Cara to drop the $97 per month membership. And what's going to happen is you are going to get a consultation for your business. That comes with it. Now, I'm saying this with all earnesty because obviously, you know, I am banking on the fact that if you are wanting to work with me, you'll want to stay with me, just like the majority of people. So if you want to clear out after that month and you just had a $500 consultation call, plus you got 2 live masterclasses and you're going to get a taste of it in the next few minutes, okay? Then that's okay with me. But like I said, I'm banking on the fact that if you want to work with me, you'll want to stay with me, okay? Now, you might be going, well, how on earth can you launch my entire legacy on that, Terry? Well, this is where we give you the power to drive the vehicle. You will say to us when you're ready. Some people will want to jump in and go, right, I want to launch. I want to have everything built out in 90 days from now, and they'll want to do that. And we'll have that call. And if that's what you want to do, we'll do it. Others will say, I'm already at this point. Can you help me with this? And that's where you are in control of your mind, your body, and your finances. And that's exactly what I want. Now, who's ready for the high vibration meditation? Show me your hands, everyone. Show me your hands. Okay. So let's go to the right. I'm going to stand up. Okay. I'm going to stand up. But first of all, I'm just going to move this little baby out of the way. And let me just get really, really deep. Deep, 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 deep. Who's ready? Who's ready for some depth? Who's ready? Let's do this. Hands out, everyone. Hands out. Breathe in your life. Breathe. Breathe in. See out on your right hand. See on your right hand how you look. You are holding the master key. It's gold. It unlocks $1 billion energy. It unlocks the codes of your relationships. It unlocks your prosperity, your self-worth, your self-love. There you are, standing, empowered. See yourself on the right. Notice the way you look. Notice the way you stand. Notice the way you breathe. I want you to feel and breathe into it now. Take a breath in and breathe out and hum as you breathe. It's the vibration Breathe in again, in through your nose. Breathe out. So as you are so empowered with billion-dollar energy, feel your spirit rising up above. Notice you can see yourself looking down at your physical form. But notice you are seeing yourself in your highest, in your greatest. Notice the clothing, shoes. Noticing how it feels. Noticing how you look. And notice that you can turn it up all the way up. So turn it up. I want you to imagine you're going to breathe life into it with a color. Breathing in with your nose in. And now breathe out with the hum. That's right. And now allow yourself to become so high vibration, so high frequency, so enlightened. Notice that the crown of your head is now warm with golden light. And you are breathing into the crown of your head, breathing in wisdom, power, breathing in new life. And as you breathe in, imagine that breath out is going to breathe the golden light over the crown of your head. And then you're going to float down 10 times more enlightened, deeper and deeper down, 10 times more empowered, deeper and deeper. 5, 4, 2, it's this empowered feeling. Prosperity is totally immersive. And as you now just floating out and looking at yourself, seeing yourself. But notice over on the other side, that was the old part. That is the part that you are going to release. That is the part that you're going to completely dissolve, clear, and transmute. And with that intention, you may have that door of opportunity to do so. And what you'll experience when you do so is going to be nothing short of a domino, miraculous, profound illumination of your soul. It's going to be as if You were born to have gone through the hardships. You were born to go through the challenges. And those challenges are going to turn into your zone of genius. They're going to form part of your message. They are going to become your magnetic energy. They are going to be your blueprint, your DNA. And this is going to transform into your legacy, and you're going to launch that legacy. And as you launch it, you're going to also understand exactly how you did it. You're going to know how to tap into that spiritual enlightenment. And that is going to become you. It's going to be your blueprint. It's going to be your fortune. It's going to be your legacy. You're going to impart it to the world because you know that you are called to help those people. You are called to be on this planet, and you require your very own blueprint. And that is going to all be transmuted. All transmuted. That's right. And if this is exactly what you feel you would want to become a legacy, I want you to give an intention that that opportunity is going to arise, whether that be through the door of opportunity with another person, a person you meet, or myself. Whoever, whenever, is going to be exactly perfect for what was designed for your life. And now, with no further ado, I want you to bring your hands and face your palms. Face your palms as if the left and the right are talking to each other. And let me remind you that with both these two palms, one on the right is your empowered legacy leader, and the other on the left, the pain, the sorrow, the challenges, and all the shortcomings that have held you back. But I'm going to get you to set an intention that you're going to transmute this, and the opportunity is going to come your way. And if that is right, I want you just to have a quiet moment now of just space. And you'll hear the music gently fading away. And as it fades, my voice fades. And now I want you to hold both your hands. I want you to hold them so they're facing each other. I want you to face the palms with the intention that you are going to transmute that left side into your legacy. The door is going to open. The right people are going to come through, the right opportunities. And with that right hand is already saying, I need you as much as you need me. That's right. Because without this, without that part, there could have never been this greatness. And just feel an energy between the two. Feel an energy as they speak, as the subconscious speaks. Feel a vibration, like a feeling, a tingling. Now imagine a golden light from above coming down and circling between the two hands. Circling between all of those fingers, circling fast, circling so that the energy is beginning to heat, feeling the energy, knowing that both of these, both the empowered and the disempowered, need each other so much. And now I'm just going to give you a minute of silence. And in that minute of silence, may they come together naturally, easily, effortlessly. And in that space of silence, may there be an expansion. Feel the energy. Feel the synchrony. And just let them come together naturally. And as they do, feel a force as you rub them together and you make fire, making fire, rubbing your hands together. It's as if the vibration is so strong. You can feel the heat. Now just bring them apart and place them into your heart. Take a deep breath in, everyone, and breathe out. So now what I would like to do is I would like to complete this masterclass, and I would like to send you all so much love. And as I said, if you want a copy of this with the workbook, I would ask you to write a feedback about how you found this. If you're in the group, please write it in the group. That will be powerful. And otherwise send it to me and you will get a copy. Now, the other element is that for the first time, I am offering a free consultation map of your business, member or no member. You don't even have to be a member. You will get a full roadmap of your legacy and the 5 master keys. It will be a $97 fee, but that will come with you being in my portal and making a decision if you would like to be on the journey to completely explode your business, whether it be in the next 90 days with a full-blown launch and branding and acquisition and mastery and transformation, or whether that be for your own benefit to simply be transformed at every level, to work at your own pace and to have your hands on the wheel so you are in control of your finances. So what we're going to do is we're going to give every single one of you a calendar to book your call. And as I said, if you do, the reason I'm doing this is that I am completely banking on the fact that I have a 95% highest rating of people that work with me, that if they go away, they come back. They come back. Now, that is also a huge thing to say. And if you feel that you want to be that person, you want to be that person that's going to be a magnetic attractor, you want to have a system set up for you. You don't want to have to be thinking every day what you have to do next. You want to have a transformation that is going to be aligned to your DNA and imparted so that you can do this and it can be a part of your own magic. Then that is exactly what I'm going to ask you to ask your soul. Is this what you want? And with that, I'm going to get everyone to raise their hands up in the air, look up to the heavens, and I'm going to set an intention to your guides that they will adorn you with exactly what you need, that blessings will cast upon you and your loved ones, that you will sleep tonight favorably, and that you will know with clarity, with crystal clear clarity, exactly what you want to do. And if it be that you want to work with someone else or someone that is going to give you that transformation master key, or whether that be with me, or whether that be just through your own journey of being able to just have the freedom to choose exactly what you want. I'm giving you that blessing that your guides will adorn you with the most incredible blessing. And I want to send you a million trillion blessings. And I trust that this masterclass has been everything that you wanted, and that if you get to listen to it again, it's going to be even 10 times more.